G'day and welcome back to the vlog. Now, I don't usually do two vlogs back to back, but I'm doing it today because some interesting news out of the UK. People have commented on my sigh. That's the sigh that I make when I can't believe what I read or what I hear. And that's what's happening today. Just on the newswires today, out of the UK government or the CAA, whoever's involved in this, have decided that it's time we forced people to register their drones, and it's time that we made them pass an exam before they're allowed to fly their drones. Hello? Canada calling? What's going on here? Have the English people been on the phone to Canada or vice versa and said, hey, listen here, anywho, you should be joining us in our way to control the drones. Hey! Sounds like it. God, excuse my poor Canadian accent. Yeah, but it certainly seems something's going on here. Something's going on here. England seems to be following right in the footsteps of Canada. Why? I thought Canada was a colony. I thought they followed the UK. And all those UK people that have regularly emailed me and said, oh, you know, our regulations are pretty good. We're pretty happy here. You know, our CAA's, you know, doing the right thing. Well, guess you have to change your tune now, because if you want to fly your drone, you're going to have to register it, and you're going to have to pass a little exam if the proposed regulations go into force. Now, again, sigh. Why? What's going on here? For a start, let's look at some information. Let's look at some facts. I mean, this is all driven by hysteria, right? In the UK, I think you've got the same problem we have in New Zealand. The pilots' union is coming out and saying, oh, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. The sky is falling. Drones are going to kill us all. And of course, the bureaucrats and politicians go, they must be right. They're pilots. They wear epaulets. They can't be wrong. No, we're talking about last century's aviators. This century's aviators are going to be sitting behind a transmitter or a smart device, and their aircraft will be high in the sky. They'll be on the ground. Last year's aviators, well, you know, they went up in the sky, but it's not going to happen. I'm predicting that within 10 years, the vast majority of non-passenger related aviation will be unmanned. I'm talking about things like, you know, crop spraying and aerial photography, surveying, search and rescue, and probably even freight transport. It's going to be unmanned. The only time you find people in aeroplanes is when the people want to get from point A to point B. That's just the way that technology is going, and it's always safer. It's always safer not to have people in aircraft. I mean, if you've got someone hoisted thousands of feet in the air, there's always going to be a risk, and you can never eliminate that risk. If you leave people out of the equation, well, it seems to be a hell of a lot safer to me. But let's get on with things, right? So the UK government has said that they want people to sit an exam to prove they know about safety, security and privacy. Well, I'm sorry, but this should be safety. No, security? No. Privacy? No, they're not the purview of the aviation regulator. The aviation regulator is responsible solely for making sure that people and property are safe. They shouldn't be involved in privacy issues. That's a completely separate government department. I'm sorry, but, you know, overstepping the purview of their operations as far as I can see. Now, it'll be compulsory to register your drone if it's above 250 grams. Now, also, what's a drone? None of these regulators have come out and adequately described what a drone is, because there are thousands of people in the UK who fly model aircraft. They fly AXNs, they fly flying wings, they fly scale models, they fly control line, they fly free flight. Why are they having to register? They have never been a problem. The regulators around the world are so stupid that they can't work out the difference between a Phantom 4 and a traditional model aircraft. If they can't work that out, why the hell are we letting them regulate something that obviously they don't understand? That is a recipe for disaster. It will never produce safety. If people don't understand what they're regulating, they can't come up with good regulations, and that's exactly what's happening in places like Canada and now Pongolia, where the English people live. So, what's going on? Right, let me have a look at some things. As I said, I want to bring some facts into this, right? Now, in 2016, 48 people died as a result of manned aviation incidents in the UK. 48 people died. It's already been widely acknowledged that there are now more unmanned flights in a year than there are manned flights. There are more people flying drones than full-size aircraft. Yet, 48 people died in manned aviation incidents. Nobody died anywhere in the world as a result of a recreational drone operation. So, hang on a minute. This is, as I say, this is the facts. The hysteria is, we're all going to die. The facts are, nobody's died. Nobody's died anywhere in the world in the entire history of recreational multi-rotor drone operation. Nobody, ever. And there has never been a single collision, sorry, a documented evidence collision between a manned aircraft and a recreational multi-rotor drone. But wait, I hear you say, didn't you mention in your last drone that in Adelaide, Australia, a pilot reported hitting a drone as he was flying his light aircraft into Adelaide Airport? Yes, I did, and I said at the time, I strongly doubt it was a drone. Subsequently, a report released today said it was a bat. It was a fruit bat. So, again, pilots always quick to blame drones. Oh, it must have been a drone who hit a bang. No, it was a fruit bat. So let's ban fruit, let's register fruit bats. If you've got a fruit bat, it should be registered. And you should have to pass an examination about how to fly your fruit bat. Makes sense, doesn't it? Of course not. Anyway, other things to look at. In the UK last year, 1,000 people, around 1,000 people died falling down stairs. 1,000 people died. How many died because of recreational multi-rotor drones? Nobody. How many people died falling down stairs? 1,000. So why don't we make people who have stairs in their houses sit an exam? So they can prove that they know how to use stairs properly. They know what a handrail's for. They know that it's not safe to run downstairs. These things could save far more lives than registering and doing an exam for drones, couldn't they? Oh, but that's common sense. There's no common sense in the halls of bureaucracy, obviously. 2 people got killed by lightning. Do we make people pass an exam before they go out in a thunderstorm so that they know they shouldn't stand under trees or power lines and things like that? No, we don't. So 2 people died. And then, of course, let's look at some of the other danger factors in the UK. The information I got off the interwebs, and it must be true, it was on the interwebs, is that 33,000 deaths last year occurred due to alcohol abuse. 33,000 British people died due to alcohol abuse. But you don't need a license to buy alcohol or use alcohol. You just have to be of a certain age. You can go and do what you like. Why don't you need a license? Why don't you need to prove that you know the dangers of alcohol? You know how to use it properly. You know how to use it safely. No, and as a result, 33,000 deaths were attributed to alcohol abuse last year. Unbelievable. But we have to register our drones. We have to prove we know how to what the drone rules are. Then smoking, because you might say alcohol, well, that really only affects the people who drink it, doesn't it? Well, if you drink and drive, it doesn't. But what about other things like smoking, tobacco? Tobacco abuse causes 18% of all deaths in England. 18% of all deaths are down to tobacco abuse. And secondhand smoking is a major cause of deaths as well. So it's not just the smokers, it's the other smokers. Do you need a license to smoke? No, you don't. Do you need to prove that you understand the law relating to smoking in terms of where you can smoke, where you can't smoke? No, you don't. There's no exam. There's no certificate to get. So come on, let's look at it. From the point of view of bureaucracy, why are you piddling around making hobbyists do examinations and do these things and pass these exams and register their stuff when nobody at any time, anywhere in the history of the world has been killed by a recreational multi-rotor drone? Please explain this to me, regulators, because I don't understand it. I just did the exposure. It's been raining here for days and days and days, and when I go to, it's Murphy's Law, I go to do a vlog and suddenly the cloud starts to clear. What's going on? I would have put, down here I would have put some of my latest FPV flying, but there's been no flying. It's winter and it's been really crap weather, so you just have to look at me. I'm sorry about that, but I will. Some people said they liked that format with the flight footage in the corner, so hey, I might do that again if people think that's a good thing. But I just had to do this vlog and talk about this crazy, crazy situation with the regulators, and hopefully this isn't going to spread. Hopefully it's not going to spread, because if you look at the situation in the USA, they had registration for quite a long period of time before it was thrown out by the courts. And as far as I'm aware, in not one single case did that registration prevent an incident or assist in the tracking down of somebody who had broken the regulations. Not one single case. So what's registration for? It's a feel-good thing. It's a feel. The pilots' unions are saying you must register these drones because that will save us. That will save us from being killed. Bullshit. I say bullshit on that. It won't. It won't. It's not going to do a damn thing. It creates paperwork. It gives bureaucrats the chance to charge us money because they're not going to do this for free. In the USA it was $5. But trust me, in the UK you're going to have to pay for your little exam, you're going to have to pay for your registration. It's a way to tax what is one of the safest and most enjoyable hobbies in the world. And if there's one thing governments are good at, it's coming up with new taxes and coming up with justifications. And what better justification for a new tax than hysterical belief that these drones are going to kill us all? There's that sigh again, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for indulging me in this little rant. I had to do it. Unbelievable. In the UK, I'm sorry, but your drone rules are going to hell in a handbasket right now. You need to do something, get together. I don't know what the strategy, I don't know what you do over there. I guess this is up for public submission for a while. Everyone, all the BMFA members, everyone else who's got a drone should get in there and say, no, there is no evidence, no proof that registration does a damn thing. And please back up your predictions of death and destruction with some solid statistics, some solid evidence, historical data. These things have been flying for 10 years now. How many people have died? How many manned aircraft have been hit by multi-rotary recreational drones? How much property has been destroyed? And then why aren't you dealing with the issues of alcohol abuse, tobacco abuse, road traffic collisions, stairs, one of the biggest dangers in the UK, stairs. Why don't you now mandate that all dwellings are single level? Think of how many lives that would save every year. But no, we'll pick on the little drone flyers because they're easy to pick on. They're not unified, they're not well organised. We can tax the snot out of them and make the public feel good that we're doing something as a result of hysteria. Unacceptable. There you go now. Comments in the usual place, questions in the usual place, and suggestions in the usual place. Now, don't forget, please spread the word of this vlog. I'm trying to keep everyone informed as to what's happening around the world from a regulatory perspective, because we're all affected by this. Those people who are in the UK going, oh, those poor Canadians, but we're all right. Yeah, you're probably smiling on the other side of your face now, because Canada's stupid proposed drone rules seem to be creeping into the UK. Where to from there? Australia? New Zealand? South Africa? We don't know. So you've got to keep on top of this and get other people involved. Tell them about the vlog. Get them to subscribe to the channel. There's a subscribe button around here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but you can work it out. And also, don't forget to give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumb it anyway, because engagement's important, and YouTube will then promote this up the ranks, and that means more people will get to see what the hell's going on with these idiot bureaucrats and the hysterical pilots who are driving them to do crazy, crazy things that defy logic and basically fly in the face of the facts. That's it from me. Bye for now. See you later.